Heyo! Welcome back to part 11 of the TeSu. I'm going to be endeavoring to finish it off this one. We finished steps, so it's now time to think about a third rune. Alright. One of the main strengths of Ashinzari, and I've been kind of a little bit unhappy with him in recent times because of how difficult it's been to do a tech switch. So for every item that we wanted to switch, as we went to this Fire Dragon Scales, the Cloak of Magic Resistance and the Shield of Resistance, all these new items we found, every time you want to switch, it costs you 2 scrolls of Remove Curse. So you can see we don't even have any to put our Cloak of Magic Resistance back on. Anyway, but one of Ashinzari's main strengths is in Abyss. And the reason for that is, in addition to him showing you tiles around you so you can try to spot rune vaults, potentially, he also gives you vision of portals, which means he's very useful in finding exits out of the abyss, but also, what are they called? Not portals down, stairs down. They have a special name, I always forget them. In Abyss. Passages down? I don't know, in any case, he helps you get to the lower floors so you can find your Abyss rune and you don't have to spend as long in there. We could... other ones. Okay, well we couldn't go into slime, as in we actually cannot safely go in because you need to have Arc Corrosion for slime, and the only way we could put our Resist Corrosion ring on is if we could remove Curse one of our other rings. So that's just completely out of the question. We're not going to slime. Could also do vaults. The way that I would do vaults on this character would probably be to, well, potentially immolate everyone on the entrance because we have full RF now. But after that, probably to teleport around the level with our 15 teleport scrolls until we got somewhere on the outside, and then we just probably use shadow creatures. Because you're in Vaults 5, you get Vaults 5 type enemies from you, or allies from your shadow creatures. Okay, but I think we want to do Abyss. What will help us in Abyss if we go find an entrance in? We have Appetition as a spell. It will let us grab items that we come across, but also potentially to grab the rune without having to fight the whole vault if it's one of the more difficult ones. Another thing is that we have 15 scrolls of teleport, so it means that any dangerous situations we come across, as long as we teleport, we should be fine. Our flight means we can move faster than a lot of enemies, which in the Abyss means you never have to deal with them. And finally, what was the final one? I had a final one in mind. I don't remember. Alright. I could have sworn there was something else. Anyway, let's eat the one fruit we're carrying. Okay, so I guess we're going to do it. Is there anything? Just check our shop list. Any of this stuff that we need or want? No. I think it's very unlikely that we're ever going to come across a Demon Trident in this game. If I really wanted a Demon Trident, it would be better not to do Abyss because there's more loot in Vaults 5 and Swamp. Not Swamp, Slime. Alright, let's head in. Once we head in, we can't head out. So keeping that in mind, I think let's just eat up. So we get to very full, so we won't need to eat while we're in there. And let's go. Yep, we can't come back out, that's okay. Well, you don't need Ashinzari to find these ones down. So that's handy game. Alright, can manage that one. Alright. And we can import all this stuff to us and then pick it all up in one go. I'm just gonna eat that fruit actually. Alright, we're too full. Is there one more left? Oh, 2, okay, alright, good. So let's have a look at our map. Ashanzari is showing us there's a, what was it called? A gateway. So there's one gateway down over here and one gateway down over there. Whereas if you went Ashanzari, say we started exploring down or up, we wouldn't know those passages. Or even if we went in that direction, we might not actually see it. So we get to go straight down immediately. Oh, I remember the other point. We have Passage of Galubria. That's also extremely useful in Abyss for running away from stuff. Because the thing about Abyss is that as long as you are... Let's use our digging one to dig through here. Actually, I could pass wall. I forgot that. There's also... I was just going to see what that item is. A scroll of noise. Never mind. But as long as you immediately teleport from any... anything that looks remotely dangerous. So your teleports are delayed, but if you can get them off, the stuff that was chasing you, you'll never see again. It's quite a loud plane. So yeah, as soon as you see something that, even if you think, oh, this situation looks remotely scary because there are two kind of difficult monsters together, or you know, that's an ancient lich or whatever else, just teleport. Do it as early as possible and all that stuff will be gone forever. And so Passage helps you get away from monsters to help you wait for the teleport to kick in. Alright, so we're now on Abyss 3. We can find the rune on this level, and or we could go down, but I think it's probably worth just staying on Abyss 3. With Ashanzari, he'll help us find the rune more quickly. So, and we can see it up there actually. So yeah, that's probably it. And I'll tell you how I know. So, before that, yeah, if you're someone fast, like anyone who can move faster than 10 speed monsters, or someone stealthy, you're probably better off just staying on Abyss 3. Your chances of finding the rune are lower, as in the game will generate less rune vaults, or fewer rather, but the monster spawn rate is much lower. So as long as you're able to run around faster than things, you're not really in that much danger. So even if you spend more time doing it on Abyss 3, I'd say it generally is better to wait. We don't really need that. Okay. So about this vault. Oh, and I would say that unless it's extreme circumstances, you generally don't ever want to go to Abyss 5. Even if I were a really strong character, Abyss 4 is probably where I want to be most of the time. Okay, so there are particular vaults that give you the rune. And you could learn them all. So this is a very distinct one, which is why I recognize the honeycomb tiles. But the reason that I know with 100% certainty this is a rune vault, and I should show you with this so I can actually point it out, is this tile here. Each of the rune vaults will have this tile around them that tell you that it's a vault. So learn that tile, you'll see its proper color very shortly, and when you see that, that's what you're after. So that's why we're heading up here. This one has a lot of bees in it. It will have some melee or melee. I've never quite figured it out still yet. Okay, so what we could do is we only have one scroll of blinking. Might be worth. We could just charge in, port the rune, and get out rather than having to fight all this stuff. But actually, I don't mind it. This stuff isn't so dangerous. So I'm going to put a spy down, and then we're just going to fight this stuff here, where one at a time it can see us. And if things start getting too sketchy, we can try to ninja the rune. We currently have the 6 status, which means we're not going to regen any health. Seeing that we have 31 potions of curing, I think it's worth just coughing one. Alright. Even though we were full HP. Alright, we got a... No, we didn't get any transient ones. Alright. Melee. I don't know, anyway. These guys are really fast and they have smite. So they're not very good to keep around. We have 2 scrolls of fear. Okay, I was thinking they have low MR, which means you can fear them pretty easily. And actually, considering that we have 10 evocation skill, we can probably paralyze it pretty easily. 72%, yeah, okay, good. Failed. Come on, game. What's going on? Okay, we got it. Now what I'm going to do is apport that might potion to us because that's handy. So grab that. And now I think I'm going to Passage of Galubria up. It's actually not a very useful spell when there are lots of monsters around, because we saw that that Thrashing Horror just went through our portal. But now we can chuck another one up. If we chuck it down like this, we can go through them. Because the way that passage works is when you go through one passage, you come out of one of the other ones. So even if we end up here first, we can just go into that one and then back up here. Which is indeed what happened. So you go through it like a door, and now we're back up. This other melee has not seen us, so let's start running. It has now. Let's paralyze it. Okay. So how many melee hits have we done now? 4 of them. At 72%, and only 1 has worked. I think what I want to do here, because I know that the rune is going to be up here, and I know that once we leave Abyss, we don't really have use for any more scrolls of blinking. Because in Zot, all blinks are uncontrolled, and we have the blink spell, so why would we ever need the scroll? That I'm going to blink up, grab it, and then teleport out. Let's blink first, and then we'll assess. Maybe we'll fear. We can step around the corner first. Alright. So this melee is berserked, which means, well, it means 2 things. First of all, it's not going to use its smite, which is probably scarier than its attacks are, but it won't be feared. So if I were reading fear now, it would be only for this one. Is that worth? Or do I just paralyze that one? I think what I should do before I worry about this anymore is read a teleport scroll, because we know it's going to be delayed. So arguably I should have already read it, because now it's going to be 10 turns or so to kick in. So we'll read that. Alright. Let's just grab the rune before the game teleports us somewhere else. And then we've got 2 berserked melee on top of us. Could we pull out a 360 no scope pass wall right now and pass 1 tile up out of here? Let's examine this wall. It is in fact rock, so we could pass wall through it. As long as this one here is blank, we could probably pass through with relative safety. So the way that pass wall works is it takes the number of turns you're passing through plus 1 that you have to stand there doing nothing. So if this is 1, we'll stand here for 2 turns and then we'll go through. If this is 2, we'll stand here for 3 turns. Is that okay? I think we can last 3 turns with a berserk melee hitting us and another one potentially smiting us. Let's try pass wall up then. This is why we learn the spell. So I'm gonna go up. Sweet. So we did in fact go 2 turns, but yeah, okay. So that was, that's the pass wall in action. Wow! It's why I like having it. A lot of the time, it doesn't do much, or at least it's not really applicable. But in the very niche cases that you want pass wall, it's such a good tool. Alright, so now we're looking for portals out. Now that we have the room, they're going to spawn a lot more often. I don't see any. That looks like a shop, but shops are usually shut in Abyss. So I'm sort of heading down towards these items. +8 ring mail of plus flight. No, thank you. I'm gonna put this. Okay, that is a passage out. Excellent. Thank you, Ash. So yeah, that was a pretty chilled Abyss, and that is what Ash and Zari does for you. That's our third rune. Time to head into Zot, I guess. No Demon Trident, feels bad. Let's check our shopping list. At this point, I'm trying to think, have I ever seen shops in Zot? I want to say that they don't spawn in Zot. So we may as well grab this stuff. We've got 5 magic mapping already, but all these potions of agility and stuff we may as well have. Do we kill what? Maybe 5 enemies in Abyss then? Agility, cancellation. We may as well have the mutation again at this point. What are we using our gold for? We have 5 ambrosia, that's plenty. We'll grab the berserk rage, who knows? No recharging scrolls. Okay, there are plenty we can buy. Alright, good. I want one of those on our wand of digging. 11 sounds like a lot until you need to dig a major passage of kill holes. Well, not kill holes, but paths on your orb run, and then it's not enough. And I'm also going to do... Oh, we should do the one to acid. We should do the one to paralysis too. Let's just get all these rechargings. Cool. And one more. So paralysis goes up to 17. That was an amazing roll. And acid, I guess let's just hold off on it. Who knows, maybe we're gonna run out of digging charges. Although there are more, I think there are more digging ones around. Eating. Yeah. Alright, so we should be fine. I guess we'll grab the mutation potions again. While we're running around, we may as well. There's also agility here, good. And cancellation. Excellent. Alright, I'm gonna not just buy the random ambrosia because who knows, we might find a demon trident between now and the end. It's unlikely, but if we do, we want to be able to afford the enchant weapon scrolls too, and potentially the brown weapon. Alright, so time to go into Zot. Remove curse. That's not the way to look at it. That is no remove curse. I'd really like to curse on our magic resistance cloak. It would give us an extra bonus to our armor skill. Alright, into Zot. We have our 3 points of MR. We've got 3 points of fire resistance. We've got 1 of RC. And wow, I think we have our poison, we do. Alright, so this is an interesting entrance. That's an Annihilator, that's a Scorcher. Draconian Knight, Red Draconian, okay. The reason I was checking them all is because I wanted to know if one of these was a Whopper. Whoppers ignore your magic resistance and they can randomly blink you, which means, particularly if you've just come into Zot, say we get blinked over here, and there's an orb of fire and such up there, then we're in a lot of trouble. Particularly because these also, they're all red, So it seems like this might be some sort of fire themed thing going on. Alright, let's have a look. We've got only one potion of invis. Okay, because one tactic here would be to go invis. Draconians can't see invis, but if we only have one, I'd rather keep it for some sort of dire situation. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, put a lightning spire on the Zot trap so that these Draconians don't step on it. It's a nice use of spire. The spire does not set off the Zot trap, by the way. And then let's see if we can just stare dance them up. Here's a Moth of Wrath. Let's go up before it starts berserking them all. He did not come. Alright, well, this is a bit scary because there are 4 Draconians and we know there's a Moth of Wrath who's potentially going to zerk them all. Seeing that we have 10 potions of agility, I think it's worth just quaffing one. We'll get extra evasion and then we'll see, just in case. If we could use our paralysis one to get that Moth of Wrath, 55%, will make this a lot safer. No, but we can dance him up. Good. Alright. And let's keep going while we've got Agi on. I maybe should have... I maybe should have made sure to block the Zot trap again so we didn't potentially get paralyzed. And you have to watch out for these Annihilators, by the way, because they have Crystal Spear. And how damaging is theirs? This is a Draconian Annihilator. I hope that's right. Good. Their Crystal Spear is 3d35, which is 105 damage. So yeah, you don't want to be dropping below 105 damage with one of these guys nearby. They also have Iron Shot. Both of those are dangerous, although Spire will block them. So like any other projectile. 118, this is about as low as I want to go. How low can you go? 105. Well, so we got really drained. How did that happen? I didn't notice. I'm going to guess that the Draconian Knight had a training weapon. I probably should have been paying attention to that. Okay. Okay. Right. That's something else worth pointing out. So this chilling breath that white Draconians have, if you are flying, it knocks you back. Alright, and here's our shifter that we were talking about, is it? No, here's another Annihilator. Okay, well, let's try to get to the stairs. We cannot. We got blocked off. We'll make some shadow creatures. We got our own Draconian pack. That's pretty OP. Alright, so this is fine. We can just fight this now. Shadow creatures is so absolutely insane in Zot because you get all the Zot monsters yourself. We're in a magic map every floor, and we could dive, but I feel like I like just clearing it. Gives us time to train more fighting skill. Death Corpse. They're okay. We have plenty of AC, so a Death Cob doesn't really bother us. And also 19 shield, that's pretty good. Let's see. It's very difficult to determine what our actual shield skill is right now, because we can see the base, but that's not useful because Ashen Zari is boosting it. But the boosted number is also showing the effective drain. So I have no idea how close we are to having 15 shields done. But once we get there, I think probably we're just gonna train fighting for the rest of the game. Oh yeah, check, deflect missiles. We've never seen it. This has been a game that's missing a lot of things you normally expect. As in, we're missing basically any summoning spell that's not Lightning Spire or shadow creatures. We're missing deflect missiles. There are a few others, I think. Or maybe they're just the ones that they stand out because they're ones that I want. But anyway, okay, so these mushrooms that have just appeared tells me that this red thing is a cursed toad. Because I don't want to be tormented by the cursed toad, we're going to start walking away. Cursed toads are slow, even compared to a regular speed character. But with our Tengu speed, we can definitely walk away. We should be doing that anyway. Here's an elect golem. I'm glad we've got it on its own because we don't have our elect. I'm gonna put the spy down anyway, even though the elect golem's immune to electricity, because I don't want him to stand on it and to, say, paralyze us or to teleport us somewhere around this level. And we're gonna make shadow creatures. If we start dying to elect, we're gonna go back upstairs. But we got a Zerked gold dragon, so I think we're probably gonna be okay. Okay, good. Got him. No, they didn't. Oh, it's a second one. Now that we're half HP, let's just go back up. Same thing. Spire on the Zot trap. And we should be on the stair. He's attempting to double zap us, which is kind of scary, but it's okay. We can immediately go back upstairs. Another benefit of Ash is that he's allowing us to detect traps, which means we shouldn't unintentionally ever step on a Zot trap. We shouldn't get teleport trapped either. So some of the major Zot dangers are alleviated. We should put it on the trap though. Got our own elect golem. It's pretty OP. Alright, there's the cursed toe. I was about to say, we know that there's one around somewhere. Okay. The best way to do this is probably... Okay, I was going to test if we could get some super sick OP shadow creatures off. We did. If we didn't, I was going to say the best way is probably to dig a kill hole. Because the cursed toes can only torment you. They can't ever actually kill you directly. They can only kill you with mushrooms. So if you're in a kill hole, it's very difficult to die to them. Alright, and I'm keeping him on the edge of line of sight. So if we do get tormented here, we can just start running back. Edge of line of sight, please. There's one torment. Okay, good. Another thing worth noting is if he does summon the wandering mushrooms on us, because we have clarity from Ash, we won't ever get confused by them. So this is sketchy. He's not going to kill us, but if there are other monsters wandering around down here, we could die. Okay, never mind, we did it. Did we? No, it's still alive. Where did it go? I don't know. Interesting. Our cursed toad's flying. Is that why? Its chilling breath knocked it back. I think that might be what just happened. Alright, let's go back up. We can die to the death caps though. Apparently they do more damage than I thought. Or do they? I didn't think they could do 30 damage in one go. Train life doesn't tell us. Okay, so maybe we're actually a fair bit closer to death than I thought. That's a bit of a worry. I guess we should be going the kill hole strat then. Lesson learnt. Okay, he's back again. I haven't pointed this out, but Passage of Galubria no longer works while we're in here. This orb status that we have that's preventing, it's delaying our teleports, that's preventing any controlled blinks. also just does not allow passage to work. So we're gonna dig a kill hole like this. We can put a spire. I was gonna say we could put a spire behind us, which means he won't summon mushrooms behind us. But it also means if we want to escape, we can't. And I think this is probably 12 potions of might. Okay, definitely is worth just using one of those. Okay, and then we can also acid it to lower its AC by 8. And now, even though we're using a random trident of venom, it's acided and we have might on. So we're gonna do okay damage. We've got a death cap behind us. We've got to be a bit wary of that because that can still hurt us. Okay, good. Alright. Once upon a time you could make your kill holes such that the cursed toe would never ever get you, but now that wands of disintegration no longer let you dig out a single tile, yeah, it's not as good. One of the downsides of shadow creatures in here is that your own Moss of Wrath can sometimes berserk the enemies and make them more dangerous. That's okay. You just summon more. Just keep going. Let's do our cloak. Alright, there's a new wand of digging there. I'm just gonna ID it. And actually, we've got plenty of slots, we'll just pick it up. So now we can just go dig crazy. Alright, that is a warper. A shifter. In that case, I think we just go up. Rather than getting blinked on a completely new floor. We come down a new stair and then we magic map. Alright. This transporter vault, don't ever go in. There's no point. Yeah. No. I think any transporter vaults in Zot, if you're going in to do them, you're crazy. Because you can't easily get out of them. I'm sensing red enemies. It's not a good sign. Neither is this, because we're getting double zapped. Yeah, let's just go up. We got to be really, really careful of elec enemies without our elec. And only 3 potions now of resistance. It is not worth stopping your flight to avoid those blasts. Alright, here's an orb of fire. And the reason is that you're getting extra evasion, so being blown around probably doesn't matter that much. Alright, we have 3 points of RF, so the orb of fire is probably not going to kill us especially quickly. So basically, first of all, let's step around the corner so that he's not shooting us while we prepare for this. So probably we've got 9 agility. It's probably worth quaffing one of those to get more evasion. And now we basically just want to summon shadow creatures and see if we can get a good one. Some good ones. I don't think this is good enough to kill it. Also, the Quicksilver Dragon that's coming up below us can take off our Agi and our Might if we buff up here. So I think what I want to do is dig this way. Yeah, so we got hit by it. So we can do a couple of things. One, it lets us start walking back to the stairs. Let's dig back down. Okay, so we're away from the orb of fire. We can just go back upstairs, but while we're spaced away from it, we may as well try some shadow creatures. We miscast it. What happened? We got... Your spells are a little easier to cast, but a little less powerful. 6 mutation potions. That's probably not really that relevant, especially for shadow creatures that has no spell power anyway. So yeah, whatever, I don't mind. Killer Clown is not strong enough to kill an orb of fire, so we'll just go back up. We'll go to the third set of stairs now. It's the pressure plate one. Ah, okay. Well, there's a nice trick here. This one goes out to a noob in disguise. This is one of the tricks that you might find in the upcoming Lightning Spire book. I've done it incorrectly, but this will work. Okay, so first of all, now that we put Spire on the pressure plate, we can use our blink spell to blink around it without ever hitting it. And now what we can do is when you step on the plate, the grate comes down on this square. If you've got your Spire on that square, when you then set off the trap, nothing happens, so we just nullified it. Ha! Outplayed. Good old Spire. Also, good old Elec attacks, just taking half our health in one go. Deflect missiles would make that a lot safer. But, yeah. There's a repel missile scarf around, but that's... I'm more afraid of getting paralyzed by not having enough MR. Anyway. That's a good roll. Alright, we've got everyone coming, but we've got... Oh, it's a double orb of fire. Wow. Okay. Well. This is a pretty good shadow creatures, but it's still probably not good enough to beat 2 orbs of fire at once. We have 7 potions of haste, that's fine. So we can haste and head back to the stairs, but I also think that this stuff will at least have an attempt at fighting the orbs of fire. No, they're actually just getting destroyed. Alright, and we got, what did we get? What did we get there? Your connection to magic feels more subdued. So our spells are easier to cast but less powerful. Again, I don't care, because Shadow Creatures has no power. Okay, we're just going to start walking to the stairs. Slowly. We don't take too much damage from the Orbs of Fire due to our 3 points of RF. Let's try some more Shadow Creatures, just in case we get the absolutely nuts roll here. No, I don't think so. I mean, stuff can try. No, it's not happening. Let's go back up. Alright. What a crazy Zot 2 this is. 2 orbs of fire at once. There's the Warper. Or the Shifter. Dude. Shields to 12. That is almost 15. As in once Ash boosts it. We could skip this floor. We know where all the downstairs are. We could just avoid fighting these orbs of fire. But the thing is, I'm not really afraid of dying to them. So, I don't mind continuing to try. Alright, this is a really good Shadow Creatures. Plus, our Moth of Wrath is going to Zerkle our dudes. What did we get? No? Was that us? We tend to lose our temper in combat. Alright, we're going to need to mutate out of that one probably. You feel clumsy. Alright, here they come. I think this is not working. Alright, just take this real slow. We've got an orb of fire on top of us. Probably we should haste. Alright. He's getting distracted by the other monsters. The dream? No. Okay, let's go. It's so much harder because those two orbs of fire are both hanging out with each other. Wow, we ended up right next to it. Shadow creatures, let's go. Alright. This should be enough. Your body twists and deforms. I forgot that I should be mutating out of Berserkitis. The other one's coming too. Okay, this is maybe okay. Maybe not. I think we should be hasting down to only 5. And we immediately got hit by the purple draconian's breath, so he took off our haste. Oh man. Let's do a box of base. I probably should be doing these. And we'll go again. And again. Alright. I didn't notice if we killed the first orb of fire. Did we? Can't tell. But we need to start running away. And hopefully these blocks of base just get in the way of the orb of fire. Okay. This looks really, really bad, and it is, but with 3 points of RF, we're still not going to take too much damage from the orb of fire. So I'm not worried that we're going to die here. Up we go. Alright. Jeez. I think we might have got one of the orbs of fire. But let's have a look at our mutations. We've got a bunch here that are not so good anymore. Berserkitis is really bad. Losing half our base AC is really bad. And not regenerating when monsters are visible, or really bad. Let's roll. Still no good. Still no good. We still have Berserkitis, and we're now frail. Okay. We still have Berserkitis. Oh wait, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I keep forgetting. We've got Clarity with Ash. Clarity means that your Berserkitis will never trigger. So this is okay now. Alright. So we got Rugged Brown Scales for plus 3% HP again. We're now resistant to further mutations, so this shouldn't go too nuts anymore. Alright, Orbs of Fire. Round 5 or so. Come on guys. I believe in you all. Let's go Box of Base. The Death Cob's really good because it can slow anything, including Orbs of Fire. And what I probably also should have been doing when I had shots is trying to corrode the Orb of Fire. Because again, it having minus 8 HP, minus 8 AC, means it's much squishier. Especially for all our random Draconians and stuff, it just allows them to actually do something. Well, we did it, we got it. We got there. The Zot 2 double Orb of Fire. Man, this guy hurts. He's about to get zerked, but that's probably better because then he's going to stop shooting those bolts at us. Okay, shields are at 15, it turned off, so now we're just training fighting. Basically, for the rest of the game, we're just going to see how much HP we can get. I don't know if you heard that, that's my stomach. It is lunchtime. Cloak of Invis. No thank you. We need the magic resistance. +1 chainmail. Oh, speaking of magic resistance, that had 2 points on it, but no thank you. Iron Dragon. It's not an everyday monster you see in here. Ash is classing the gold dragons as dangerous monsters when I don't think they're too dangerous for us. The storm dragons with their elect breath is much more dangerous to us. Whoa, that's so many. Well, what we can do here, well, first of all, we can just see if we get the dream shadow creatures. Yeah, that should do it. The shifters are blinking everyone everywhere. They'll never blink you, fortunately, when they do blink allies encircling, but they can do your other summons. Looks like we lost that fight. How did we lose? Wait, we haven't lost. Yeah, actually we have. Let's start heading up. Okay, good. I just wanted to get that constricting dude so that he wasn't going to hold us here at the stairs. Man, scary result so far. These guys can go invis. He hasn't. The knights can, that is. So note that your spire might not necessarily do anything. Alright, so that's this floor done. We're not doing the transporter. You shouldn't. It's a magic map. Quick look around. Nothing looks too out of the ordinary. That's really strong. Oh, okay. By the way, there's Tiamat. Tiamat is a unique who you probably shouldn't ever really fight. She's really, really strong. Although we happen to have rolled 2 death cogs who can potentially slow her. And we've got some other draconians. So we maybe could fight her here. Okay, everyone on her. Okay, so the reason she's so scary, she has about 385 HP with a lot of AC. Her regular attack is 60 damage, plus a tail slap of 45, plus her weapon, and she can cause poison as well. And then as she changes colors, she can do all of the different breath attacks. So she can hit you with elect, she can hit you with the dispelling one. Basically, she does tons of damage. So if you're ever fighting Tiamat, and she's resistant to everything. Apparently that's not true. Her cloak can potentially give her resistance to everything. She doesn't have Arlek. Huh. Okay. Well, apparently Spy is still really good against her. Making new shadow creatures. The other thing as well is that she always comes with a band of other draconians. So that was the blink allies encircling. That was like the nightmare. Ah, jeez. Well, the main danger here is that if we try to go up here, the tentacled monstrosity can hold us. So I think what we do here is actually blink. Yeah, and we try to get up the other stair. Just take this slowly. Yeah, I was going to say, because we could get blinked again. What do we do? We have a scroll of summoning we could read. We could just sort of walk a loop around this bit and back down to the stair might be the play. Just slowly. Because again, we can get blinked around here. Alright, I think we're okay. We'll make a shadow creatures just to sort of distract that stuff. And speaking of distracting stuff, we can probably actually kill this if we use acid. Nice, we got it. Okay, good. Where's Tiamat? Okay. This shifter is so annoying. super fun times in Zot so far. We probably should just go to the stair that we don't know yet. The shifter's still there and might cause havoc, and now Tiamat will be unslowed. Oh wow. Well, this is a really good spot for Spire because it can shoot down the hallway and hit them all. Hello Tiamat. Suddenly Tiamat. Let's blink. Shadow creatures go. Man, this shifter is like more dangerous than Tiamat is. Could we just kill the shifter? Apparently not. Ugh. I was initially positioned there so that our spy couldn't shoot, but then I moved to allow it. Again, we could just go down, but I'm not too afraid of Tiamat. If I can just fight her, where I can overwhelm her with summons like this from shadow creatures. The issue is just that the shifter keeps messing with me. And the shifter's back again. If you could just kill the shifter, I'd be happy. Okay, good. Because that would make this a lot less annoying. Tiamat is now berserk. She cannot be allowed to get on top of us. If she's Zerk, which she still is. Alright, we're out of here. Let's make a box of beasts. Just basically try to put stuff between us and Tiamat. Because she's very angry. Another one. We saw how much damage she does. So up to 60 plus another 45 of her tail slap. If she's berserk, she's doing 150% of that, potentially. So I'm just going to keep spamming box of beasts. I don't care if we run out. We've got... Okay, sweet. We've got enough magic for one more shadow creatures. This might do it, maybe. Oh, she's Zerk again. Oh god. Fire the Floods, go. Wand of Acid, go. Wand of Acid, go. Wand of Acid, go. Box of Beasts, go. Oh god, she like almost one-shots us with that glaive. We could die here, actually. She does that much damage. Blink or heal wounds? What is better? I want to say blink. We'll probably land away from her. Okay, good. Let's heal wounds though. The Zac Tiamat, she's still coming. Box of Beasts, please. Just finish her off. Oh man, it's not happening. Shadow creatures. Death Cob, please. Box of Beasts. Please, at least the Death Cob slowed her. No, she's just one-shotting everything we've got. Right. Her Zerk's worn off and she's slowed. We've got 8 potions of magic. I should have just done this before. Just quaffed one of those, and then we can make more shadow creatures. There we go. We got that. Alright. Boy. When you finally kill her, if you're silly enough to fight her, as we have been here, you get the +4 dragon skin cloak. So +4 is obviously really high for a cloak. And it says here, it protects its wearer from most elemental attacks, although somewhat unreliably. The way that it works is when you get hit by fire or say cold or something, it will switch to that color. So if it's your only point of RF or RC, I wouldn't rely on it. Also, if you need MR, like we do, I also wouldn't use it. We have no remove curse. I really just want to put on our MR cloak. But that's why I've dropped it, because we do absolutely need the MR. Man, that was some sketchy play there. If we had had a bad blink there when we were on 80 HP, we could have died. Like a Berserk Tiamat is insane. We really should have just skipped the floor and not bothered with her, but I don't know, I wanted to fight her. Let's see, fighting's the only thing we're doing. Good. Here too, we could just go down this stair and skip the floor, but I don't mind clearing it. We've already fought 2 Orbs of Fire and Tiamat. What else could we find? Curse 2, I guess. Alright. Trying to see, there are no good places here to do kill holes, because this is all sort of 1 tile wide things. Maybe we could overwhelm it with shadow creatures. No. We could preemptively dig a kill hole up here, in the event that we're going to bring it upstairs. It hurts. I'm just waiting to try and get it to come closer to us, but it's kind of just hanging back. Come on. Okay, we're about to get a berserked golden dragon and a death cob that's going to slow it, so this is probably okay. Good. Back up to rest. Here we go again. That's the shifter. Let's just blink ourselves, and again. Alright, now that we're at the wall, we can kill hole in, and that way we can fight one of them at a time. What I should do is put down a spire, although it does nothing to the black one. So that way we can spire and polearm. I was going to say, the shifter can do annoying things though, like this. Ah, right, let's go more int, I suppose? No, let's go more dex. At this point, we've got the mutation that makes our spells easier to cast, so we don't care about int as much, and we have more than enough strength. So dex just gives us a bit more dodging. This is Scorcher, okay. He does not have Iron Shot. I'm gonna cure just to get rid of the poison damage we had. Man, these shifters are so annoying. Just gonna dig through so that we've got one at a time again, and the shifter's not just blinking things everywhere. Why? Please stop. Focusing on the purple one, because that's the one that can do more damage, and while there's the shifter behind us, he's not going to use his purple breath. So if we kill him first, he'll never breath us, but if we kill this one first, then he'll start breathing us. Why? Why do you do this? Can we just paralyze him? Yeah, okay. Use our evocation skill just to paralyze him and just be done with this nonsense, because These shifters are so annoying this run. Let's just paralyze him too, so we're not dealing with his elect breath. I wonder if acid is empty. I'm gonna recharge it. Up to 7. Not bad. I put the spy down before I remembered that he's immune to elect. Ring of Ice. Interesting. Here we go again. Ah, there's a Moth of Wrath in there that's berserking them. And another shifter. Here we go. If it's just 1 or 2, I actually don't mind the Draconians being berserked. Hey, more recharging. Nice. I'm more afraid, especially of the black ones and the purple ones, of their breath. So, if they're Zerk, they're not using their breath. Oh man, the elect hurts so much. I'm getting off the wall so I don't get double zapped here. Alright, was it the floor above? No. Okay. The reason I'm checking before I go up this hatch is because, have a look at this floor. It's got this transporter vault. As far as I'm aware, none of these transporter vaults have the no teleport into flag. So if you take hatches onto a floor with one of these, you can end up inside them. Which I don't think should be the case, but there you go. Zot 5. We're going to X off our ending vault and we're going to clear the outside first. Because Ash is going to reveal all... Oh, let's go up before it zerks. Ash is going to reveal all traps, so we know we're not going to get teleport trapped into the lungs, which is nice. It's still possible to be Zot trapped in though, because other enemies can step on the Zot traps and you get the punishment. How do we keep failing shadow creatures? It's a 1% chance to fail, and we've failed it twice on this floor alone. Yeah, okay. Let's check the hatch. There might be a situation where we need to use it, and so we want to know where it goes. Need to be a bit careful with Orb Guardians and Shadow Creatures, because if you get this what's the thing called? If you get the singular Moth of Wrath spawn, it's going to berserk them. But anyway, it turns out that with just Spire and our Trident of Venom, we can fight them just fine. Okay, so we've explored all this outside bit, but for all we know, monsters have been getting teleported around the level by teleport traps, and because there are no additional spawns on floors anymore, let's just preemptively turn the poison resistance off. It's already off. But yeah, because we know that no additional spawns will occur here, the only thing that's stopping us from spending thousands of turns just waiting out here is starving to death, which we're not in danger of, and our piety, which we don't really care about that much with Ash. It's not like if we drop below a certain amount of piety, we're going to lose any abilities. Also, is LRD in this game? I think it isn't. No. Yeah, so that's another spell that would be nice. If we could blow the wall open here. But alas. So I'm going to go Shift X, Control F to forget the floor. And we're just going to spend... We're going to scope it out a couple of times. Okay, here's an Ancient Lich. They have Aralek, so... The Spire is not so good, but Shadow Creatures is. Good. I think, yeah, he's dead. Okay. Yeah, so each one of these monsters that you can manage to drag out and fight in the outside area is one that you don't have to fight in the lungs. So Shift X, Control F to forget, and we'll scope it out again. See, like this Ancient Lich was not here before, but is now outside. So here's one that's been teleported out. Let's go Shadow Creatures. Okay, yeah, that should do it. Put the Spire behind us. Oh, here's the Haunt variety. They're not too scary. Got a bunch of things coming. Yeah, I'm really worried about the electric golem that I briefly saw. Okay. I don't know if he died or he just sort of went away, but he's not here anymore. Okay, good. Okay, the Elect Golem and the Ancient Lich. Yeah, see, by doing this strategy, we're able to fight this stuff out here where we can use the stairs. Whereas if we're in here, you're in a lot more trouble. So let's go up. Let's pick a new stair. Not the hatch. And let's see if we can fight this stuff one at a time. That's a fireball. That tells us there's an orb of fire up here, almost certainly. Let's see if we can get a good Shadow Creatures. We got a really good one. This stuff should beat the orb of fire, I want to say. Should. Got to be really careful here. Because, yeah, there's the Electric Golem and the Ancient Lich and the orb of fire. I'm just going to take the Golem up if we can get him. Good. Not on the wall because we're getting double zapped. And that's like half our health in one double zap. It's crazy. We need to eat. I don't think a gold dragon will kill him. Let's just quaff some of our 7 potions of magic. And we'll make more Shadow Creatures. He's just sitting behind the wall. Idiot. Oh man. Okay. We should not go back to that stair. Still an Ancient Lich and an Orb of Fire together. Yeah, we got more Elect Golems. Good. The number of these enemies that are ending up out here makes me think that there's almost certainly going to be at least one permanent teleport trap in there. Let's take him back upstairs. He used Abjuration on all of our summons. Well, now we got a Death Club, so the Death Club's going to slow him. Especially, no, I don't really want to use my one last throwing net. Instead, let's just Wand of Acid him. And then we should be fine here. Yep, good. Orb of Fire, let's get to the... start getting towards the hatch back up. Take this really slowly. I don't think our guys are winning. We're going back up. While we can, let's get the Wand of Acid on him. Okay, this should do it. He's acided. We've got... Well, he was acided, but we've got a good shadow creatures up. Now everyone on the Ancient Lich. Okay. Taking this really slow because a Zerged Quicksilver Dragon is no joke, and then this Ancient Lich has lightning bolts and he's hasted. Alright, so I'm going to use... just trying to think. This could be a good time to use Pass Wall. Let's see. It would take 2 turns for us to Pass Wall out this way. Is that better or just blinking? I think it probably is better. Okay, I think we can live 2 turns. We're potentially getting double zapped by this Ancient Lich though, so maybe... Any blink that we do though is not a good one, and any move allows double zaps anyway, so let's go for it. The Pass Wall. It's a 10% chance to fail it, and I want to go down left. Alright, good. And one more Pass Wall out this way. Alright. I don't want to leave an Ancient Lich here, so I'm going to go Shift X, Control F to get this floor as well. And then let's find him. Where is he? Shift X, Control F? He couldn't have died. Maybe there was a shaft and he got shafted back down to Zot 5. Last check. Shift X, Control F. Seems incredible, but he's not here. Alright, so let's head down. So there's still an Orb of Fire around somewhere. I think. We never got the Orb of Fire, right? I think that's true. Yep, here he is. He's up the top. We'll acid him using full stop so that we don't hit our dudes behind him. Okay, now he's acided. I think we go Potion of Might. And here we are hitting an Orb of Fire with a Trident of Venom. What a time to be alive. We've got more magic points. We've got our own Orb of Fire. It's actually useless against an enemy Orb of Fire though, because they're immune to fire themselves. Okay. While he's distracted with our Orb of Fire, because they can't hurt each other, so they're kind of just going to menacingly change colors. Let's quaff magic so we can make more shadow creatures. This should, yeah, this would definitely do it. Because the Death Club's going to slow. Excellent. Something else red coming. Another Orb of Fire. That's not good enough. But yeah, this is the... I feel odd for a moment, that's okay. You've got mutation resistance, so most of the time we're not going to get mutated. We failed it. Wait. Oh yeah, because Orbs of Fire are flying as well. So yeah, the cold breath from the cold draconian blows it around. That's pretty funny. We acid it, and we should be using Might again. And probably Agility as well, if we're tabbing an Orb of Fire. Which is kind of insane, but we're doing it, and we did it. Anyway, yeah. All these orbs of fires and ancient liches that we're fighting one at a time out here rather than in there makes this a lot safer. Alright, Shift X, Control F. Alright, another one. This is why we do this. I don't think this is a strong enough shadow creatures to beat it, so we're just going to go back up. We'll try again. Wow. Dude just fireballed us like 5 times in a row. Oh, we blocked it. I feel like the Zerk Gold Dragon is doing a very admirable job here. He's just like 1v1ing. Zerk Gold Dragon just 1v1'd that Orb of Fire. Almost, that's crazy. He abjured the Spire. Why you do this? We see there's a red enemy in there. We'll preemptively... Oh no, it's just a kill clan, okay. They're not actually that scary. Compared to how much hit dice they have, unless you're missing one of your resistances, they're not too bad. Shift X, Control F. He has a Warlock's Mirror. Interesting. Can reflect spells as well as just attacks. But yeah, we'd lose our RC, and it's a buckler. Something I see people do a lot. They're like, hell yeah, the Warlock's Mirror. It's an artifact, but it's a buckler. So there'll be something like a Minotaur fighter. They could be using a large shield, but because they want the artifact, they're using the Warlock's Mirror. Don't do that. Alright, so Shift X, Control E removes our exclusion. I don't know why this is on auto pickup. I also just sensed a monster behind us, so we're gonna see what that was. Reach level 25. Okay. Seems like... Oh no, we got more. Okay. What we can do here is we can actually scry to have a look at what's in here. 1 Draconian. Alright, so that's not too dangerous. Some Draconians. Oh, there's more stuff behind us. Shift X, Control F to forget. I mean, as long as you're patient like this, this makes your Zot, your actual lungs and your Zot so much safer. Because by the time we actually get into the lungs, we've killed so much of the dangerous stuff, we can probably just kind of waltz in. Alright, let's fly into this trap just so we can claim this throwing net to get a second one. And you might be wondering why all this time we've been carrying a scroll of noise around. It's for this time. So everything seems to have woken up. Yeah, so there's a permanent teletrap here. That's what I expected. Everything seems to have woken up, or a lot of it. But if we come in like this and we read the scroll of noise, it makes a really loud noise. We hear all this stuff roar. Now that it's wandering around, we can now wait for it outside, because it's probably going to hit the teleport traps too. Well, they are eventually. And we can sit here and we can actually wait several thousand turns if we want for those monsters to wander out or hit teleport traps. This is not degenerate gameplay at all. Yep. See, there's double teleport traps on both sides. I expected as much. We're going to do some yelling here. That Orb of Fire is awake, so it's been teleported. It could be somewhere out here. So again, we Shift X, Control F, and we just find it. Oh, there's a second Orb of Fire. Alright, we need to start backing off. The double teleport trap is so lame. Like it makes you have to spend a lot more time doing this sort of nonsense where you're just sort of scoping out the enemy at the level, trying to find all the teleported enemies everywhere. Alright, he's teleported, let's find him. Shift X, Control F. If you're patient, it doesn't make the game particularly more dangerous or exciting, but it does make this bit a lot more tedious. Alright, there's a lot of stuff in here. We're just going to yell a bit. No, see ya. Shift X, Control F. Let's find that stuff. Do we have any minus tele items? No, there are none in the game. If you have minus tele items, you can put them on and then use it to walk over the teleport traps. But we don't have that luxury. He must be invis. Yep, so spy is not helping. Okay, let's scry again. See, there doesn't seem to be anything in there. Oh, never mind, there is. It's all wandering too. Okay. Nothing's coming. We're going to yell a bit at this side too. Game's being a bit rude, I see. Indeed. Okay, here's a black draconian. If we really want to fight him without him being teleport trapped around. Oh, okay, never mind. You can't even put spy down on perma teletraps. I guess that makes sense. It's only Zot traps. Alright, well, we gotta go find him. Come on, devs, please change this. It's part of the game with Zot being double trapped like this. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It just makes the game longer. Alright, so I guess it's time to blink in. So we have the blink spell. If you didn't, you can use scrolls of blinking to blink in. So Bunny asks, can you walk into it? You can, but it's going to teleport you. Alright, so, and say you only have a couple of blink scrolls here. By the way, I don't suggest you ever walk into this, because it can throw you into the chamber with all the orb guardians and stuff. So what you do, if you want to sort of influence your blink, is you stand one tile away from the trap like this. You read a scroll of fog, and then you step back in. So when you're blinking, you can only blink to squares that you can see. So by limiting your line of sight back like this, you're making it more likely that you blink in the direction of going over the traps. Alright, so we've done it, and fortunately there's nothing too dangerous here to meet us, but who knows that, like, maybe just chilling around this corner there might have been like a cursed toe or something, but not this time. Part of that, at least, how many orbs of fire have we killed? A whole bunch. Part of this bit not being so dangerous is that we spent so long fighting them all outside. Alright, so we scope around. We should be trying to draw these guys back so we're only fighting one at a time. Should probably also just be quaffing our 10 might potions, because at this point, what else are we going to fight? Let's get the net trap. Let's go Agi and Might. I kind of don't mind fighting these guys here without using shadow creatures, because there are 3 of them. If we roll a Moth of Wrath and we berserk them all, we're in a lot of trouble. Whereas if we've got Might and Agi, we're probably fine, especially with Spy helping out. That's a black statue. It does shadow creatures, so it's kind of dangerous here in Zot, because it can summon all the really fun things. So we've got double teleport traps, and then we've got the statue here. We can't really ignore it though, because on our orb run, because of these double teleport traps, we're going to have to teleport around potentially. And if we land here with the black statue, could do the Cursed Toe, could do Orbs of Fire, who knows. So I'm making some shadow creatures here. I'm going to instruct them to go get the statue. Oh wait, no, the black one just does demons. It's okay. Oh good. It's the orange one that does shadow creatures. Okay, so yeah, Obsidian statues are okay. They just do demons. Alright, never mind. It's not as bad as I thought this was. I was getting pretty salty, but it's okay. And before we orb run, we're just going to do one more test that out here is clear. Shift X, Control F. Okay, it is. Shift X, Control U for undo. Remembers you the floor. Alright, and we're in. So we're going to eat before we orb run, just to go up to engorge. We may as well, because the rest of our food does nothing. Also, we're going to recharge. We've got plenty of digging, plenty of paralysis. We may as well do acid. And what we want to do here is preemptively read a teleport. It's going to take roughly 10 turns to kick in. So we're going to wait about 8. And then we're going to pick up the orb. And the plan is that we teleport past these perma-tele traps. If we don't and we land somewhere in here, we're just going to run into these traps to try to get it to teleport out. Although, if we do land right next to these teleport traps, maybe we can use the fog and blink trick again. Anyway, we'll see how we go. So we read the telly. We wait 8 turns. 8, we pick it up. And then, good teleport, let's go. We did not get out, but we're near this other perma-tele trap, so I'm just going to step on it. And we're out. Alright, let's go. What I can do here, rather than fighting this way through the Orb Guardian, and that's... I don't know if that Orb Guardian came from... from the Orb Run spawns, or if it's just one that we failed to notice. Now that it's run at us, we can pass wall through. Hell yeah. That was kind of unnecessary. We could have just killed the Orb Guardian, but I like using a pass wall when it's going to be good. So we go GD0, and then hopefully we can just fast travel out of here. Where's our stair? In one of the corners. Guess we'll pick this one. That's a Hell Sentinel. Oh, I accidentally moved towards him when I wanted to hit X and then move the cursor towards him. So he has Iron Shot and Hurl Damnation, both of which are kind of scary. We have 4 throwing nets. Like Fiends, Hell Sentinels will always get netted, or almost always, even with 0 throwing skill. So now that we've netted it, I want to blink. Yeah, we got away from it, and so now we can just walk. Here's a Panlord. We're probably close enough to the stair that we can just leave. Took a little bit of Hellfire for our trouble there. Gonna chill on this upstairs to heal up. And then if monsters come like this, then we go back upstairs. GG0. You want to rest like that on the orb run if you are resting on the upstair, because as you spend time on a floor, you allow panlords and other fiends to spawn. So if you're doing it when you first come upstairs and you're now resting on the downstair, you're just making time for dangerous enemies to appear. Whereas if you're doing that on the upstair, any dangerous enemies that appear, you can then leave the floor. Orb Guardian and a Fiend. The Fiend did not see us. Where's the other stair? I don't want to go to either of these two because it's near the Fiend. So we're going to head to the hatch over there. Okay, let's Agi and Might to kill the Orb Guardian. Take this slowly in case the Fiend comes to investigate. And another one. Good. And another Orb Guardian. It's Orb Guardians galore. GG0. Ready? Here we go. Puzzle. Wow! Okay, here's a Tormentor. They can't see invis, so if you have one, as long as it's just you, if you have allies with you and the Tormentor can see your allies, it still might torment you. But if it's just you, go invis and they won't torment you. Here's a Panlord with silence, but we're next to the stair, so that's okay. We're trapped in here. We could dig out, or we could find another use for Parcel. Another Panlord. Alright. So what do we got? Here's fast. Okay, well, first thing I want to do is put down a Lightning Spire between us, just in case he has Paralyze. This means we're not going to get insta-paralyzed and die. He has Damnation. Now it's probably worth hasting. He has Silence as well. The Damnation Silence Panlord, that's scary. And now we can leave. Lightning Spire still proving useful on the orb run. Because not only did it block any potential paralysis attempts there, it also then just distracted him. Hey, here's our exit. Final boss, Ice Demon, or Ice Devil. Never mind. Final boss, 6 Furhy. Let's get some shadow creatures. We got a bunch of friends here. We can leave with our new troop. So there we go. Never found another remove curse scroll. Is that true? Yep. So we didn't even end up with all our gear cursed on. Good old Ashen Zari. I think you got a bit of a glimpse into maybe why I don't love this god. So I mean, he did some stuff. He boosted our skills. He helped us get our Abyss Rune. But for how annoying the whole curse thing is, I feel like his benefits aren't strong enough. So yeah. And with this win, well, it's 7 in a row, I think. But with this one, I've now won with every background, and I've played every species that I want to. There are a few that I haven't done, so Demigod, for instance. Demigod's whole thing is that you can't worship a god because you yourself are kind of one. Seeing as gods are one of the most enjoyable thing I find about Crawl, playing without a god is just not pleasant. So I don't really want to do Demigod. There's Ogre. Ogres in their current state make me really sad because they were really interesting with the whole glass cannon but having giant clubs before, whereas now they're just kind of either a mediocre mage or they're a high HP guy with a shield and a weapon. I don't know. Makes me sad. And that might be it. I think that's it. Just demigod and ogre. So yeah, probably not going to play those. There are a couple of gods we haven't done, but I'm going to switch now to just playing sort of combos that seem interesting to me. I've got a couple in mind for the next 2 or 3, but if you ever have any suggestions for things that you'd like to see me play, let me know. And for bonus points, let me know why that would be interesting to you, or why you think that combo might be fun to play, or whatever it is you're thinking. And yeah, long final episode, sorry about that, but we got there. That's a summoner, that's lightning spire, it's a very good spell. That's shadow creature is a very good spell. Basically the only 2 summons you need to win the game. So yeah, just gonna wrap that one up there. See you next time.